Thanks for joining us. Let's talk about the Warrenbungles.
Well, no, it wasn't Warren who bungled this. It was Malcolm, let's be clear.
Malcolm?
Yes, if you want to call it anything, you'll have to call it the Malcolmbungles.
Well, I was talking about the Warrenbungle National Park.
Yeah, so was I. It's been promised to an Indonesian mining magnate called Wreck Your Land, Kill Your Planet.
Oh, really?
Well, yes, Malcolm had tea with him. I think it was between the coffee date that he had with that Indian fella, talking about the mine up north, and that phone call to Donald Trump, just congratulating him on dragging the world into more conflict. So you see, if you're going to call this anything, you really should call it the Malcolmbungles.
Okay, well, why is this such a bungle? What's been promised?
Well, he's offered up a huge slice of natural resources to a lunatic who basically doesn't live here and won't feel any of the consequences, not to mention the destruction of the natural habitat or consideration for the traditional landowners.
And who are the owners?
Well, Malcolm says it was him who was elected Prime Minister and given a mandate to do whatever he pleases. But, the land's actually stolen.
Stolen?
Yes, well, it happened quite some time ago, so Malcolm's hoping everyone just sort of forgets about it, I suppose.
So if this is such a bungle, why isn't anyone stopping him?
Well, Wreck Your Land, Kill Your Planet has a ton of money behind him.
Oh, so he's going to pay a lot of money to the government?
Well, no, he could if he wanted to, but Malcolm said we've got this round.
But hang on, isn't that the money of the Australian people?
Well, yes, technically, but not really, because Malcolm and Scott get to decide what to do with it.
Hang on, who's this Scott? I thought you said this was a Malcolmbungle.
Well, yes, but it's Scott that hands out the pocket money, so I suppose you'd call this the Great Scott and Malcolmbungle. But it's creating a divide, Brian. A great divide.
A divide? Well, what kind of range are we talking?
Oh, it's a great dividing range. Yes, well, most Australians don't think that Malcolm should be shouting drinks at the bar for this kind of thing, especially from past experience. We know those mines are thirsty things.
Thirsty?
Yes, well, they use a lot of water to wash the dirty coal to make it look clean, even though it's still dirty. But, so water's quite an important part of the process. They use millions of megalitres every year just washing coal.
And where does all this water come from?
Oh, well, Malcolm says they can use as much as they like, so they'll take it from anywhere they can find it. Lakes, rivers, underground water reservoirs, the neighbour's swimming pool. They don't really care.
Well, what if it runs out?
Don't be silly, Brian, it won't run out.
No? Good.
No, it'll just become contaminated, so you can't drink it anymore. Or, any of the wildlife. But, there's bottled water.
Bottled water? Well, how's a wombat or a kangaroo going to drink bottled water?
Well, yeah, with great difficulty, I'd suggest.
So how do we stop this from happening?
Well, you can't really peacefully protest on the ground these days. They'll drag you off and arrest you like you're being kicked off a United Airlines flight.
A what?
Oh, never mind. Look, you can wave your arms about and scream all you like, but until enough people do it, they're just not going to listen.
Why is that?
Well, it's a popularity contest. The only thing more important to them than money is votes.
Okay, but how do we let them know there's no election coming up?
Well, I don't know, Brian. You can like this video for a start.
What video?
Well, the one we're in right now. And share it. Uploads and hashtags, that's how things work these days.